Hey, everybody. Glad to have you here. Bear with me for a little bit. I forgot one little part that I unhooked the other night that I need to make sure I get hooked back in for today's live. So, hopefully, you all are hearing us okay right now. And say down in the chat, guys, if you can hear us. Yeah, I think we should be okay. Yeah, that seems to be the wire right there. All right. Can everybody hear us okay?
Yeah. Can anybody hear?
All right, good. Bobby says he can hear us just fine. Connor, say hello to everybody.
Hello.
They're all here to see you today. You want to talk closer to the microphone there, bud? Here, we'll move it over a little bit closer to you. How's that work? Got better? Okay. All right. Are we ready to go down and start saying hey to everybody in the chat? And then we'll talk to everybody what we're going to be doing today, okay? So, first off, we've got Vintage Mo2, Bobby, one of Daddy's co hosts from Toy Frenzy, in the chat today saying, hey, Oz and Connor. Say hi.
Hi.
Remember, you got to say hi to the people.
Hi, Nolan.
Nolan's here saying hi to us as well. And we got some end talking going on here. And Duchess of Darkness has joined us.
Duchess of Darkness.
Yeah, she's come out to say hey to you. She's been excited to see you. All right, and look, everybody's saying that they can hear us, so that's good. We're coming in loud and clear. I hope there's no static on the line. I know I did TKO after Toy Frenzy the other night, and there was some static coming over my microphone, so I'd unhooked it, but then went back to doing the other one. Actually, I did that through my settings, so I should make sure speaker. Okay, yeah, hold on here. Let me see. We might have you talking into the wrong microphone. There we go. All right. So I switched it up to the proper microphone now. I hope everybody can hear. Let me know if there's any static coming over, please.
Yeah.
All right.
Hi, Dawn.
Miss Dawn showed up and she's saying hi. All right, everybody. So, Connor's here for another Saturday. We decided to do a special Ozstradamus Toyz, Conner-mon and Ozstradamus Toyz today. We're doing a bit of a rebranding of the show. When Connor's here, it's his show. So we changed it up. He gets top billing on it. Conner-mon and Ozstradamus Toyz Live, because he's the one that runs the program now. As a matter of fact, when he showed up this morning, he told me what we were going to do for our live stream today. So, Connor, why don't you tell everybody in the chat what you decided that we were going to do for a show today?
We are going to be unboxing some toys.
Okay. What toys are we going to be unboxing, dude?
Teenage Mutant Ninja.
Hold it up so everybody can see.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles versus Cobra Kai.
Very cool. I think so, right?
Yeah.
Connor, are you a big fan of both of these?
Yes.
Okay. Why don't you tell us a little bit about your love for the Ninja Turtles? And look, Vintage Motu says he's the boss. It's true. This guy's the one calling the shots here.
So, tell us.
Yeah, go ahead. Tell us about you and the Ninja Turtles.
Oh, so wait.
When did you become a fan of the Ninja Turtles, Connor?
About like when I was like 4 years old.
Well, I think it might have started a little bit earlier than that.
Oh yeah, it's about like 2.
Yeah, that's about right. We had started watching Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles with his older sister, and when we were watching that, Connor was just really enamored by it. He didn't quite know what was going on the screen, but he liked it. So we decided that, we're going to try out. He used to play with his sister's Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle toys that she had at the time. And Go ahead. Go ahead. Carry on. I'm telling the show. You can take it from here because I think you remember pretty much from that point on. Once you started having the toys.
Ice. I'm trying to remember. It's been a long time.
Okay. Do you need some more help remembering?
Yeah.
Okay, that's okay. So we used to watch the 2012 Nickelodeon
Oh,
Teenage
yeah.
Mutant Ninja Turtles, where it was the computer generated
Yeah.
one. He was really into that. Daddy wasn't a big fan at first because it was a little different from what I remember. We all know how, when something's different from what we remember, sometimes we're a bit hesitant to accept it and enjoy it. However, over watching this with Connor over the years, and again, his sister as well, Daddy actually ended up liking that 2012 Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles a lot more. Um, so, we got into it. We've watched that whole series a couple of
Yeah.
times.
Actually, I'm trying to watch the whole series again.
See, he's trying to watch it again because that was a phenomenal series. And what other Ninja Turtles did we like? There was that Rise of the Teenage Mutant Ninja
Oh,
Turtles.
yeah.
That was pretty cool too, right? I thought it was neat making the turtles different types of turtles. Although it was, again, very different from what I remember as a kid. Certainly different from what Connor and I had just watched too.
Actually, so there's this new Ninja Turtle show that's on Netflix.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's basically more cartoony than the one that you used to that we used to watch together. It's more cartoony.
Yeah.
Yeah. So basically, there's this guy. He's changing like almost everything into mutants.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Well, that was kind of like what the Shredder did after a while, or when the Dimension X took over New York.
Yeah. But they already defeated the Shredder in this world.
Oh.
And there's this new guy.
Mm.
Making people into mutants.
Making everybody into mutants.
By these ooze. No, not by ooze.
Oh, not by the ooze? Well, what's changing them then?
It's these mosquitoes.
I don't like them darn mosquitoes. Mm.
So they're making everybody into mutants. But finally, they defeated him. It took a hard time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, sometimes it's tough to overcome new challenges, right?
Yeah.
That's a lesson we could all learn.
But he was stronger.
Oh.
He was stronger because he got this special armor.
Uh-huh.
And it made him so strong. And the helmet for the armor,
mm-hmm.
I forget the rat's name.
Splinter?
Splinter had this teacup, but it was actually the helmet.
Oh, neat.
And one time, when the little bitty Ninja Turtles were a baby, they broke the teacup. They tried to rebuild it, but there was one piece missing. So they put it into an action figure.
Oh.
Then that was a weakness to the armor.
I see.
So then when they got the armor off, they had a new problem. The armor was alive.
Oh my.
But they defeated both. But then a couple years later, there's a new problem.
I see. Well, why don't we go ahead and we can worry about running down more of that series at another time? Or if anybody's interested, they can always check it on Netflix. We have some more people jumping into the chat here. and we want to get to the toys, right?
Yeah.
So let's go ahead here and check out. Giraffe has made it this morning.
Good morning, everybody.
Yeah. And we've got Payne's Toy Samples saying hello all. And
Hello.
Connor. And let's see here. Dawn Roberts just going around saying hello to everybody. All the in talk in here. Everybody saying hello to everybody this morning. It's great. And here we go. If you got to pick, all right, this is a good question. If you got to pick which animal you wanted to mutate into, which would it be? Obviously, you can't say giraffe because that's too powerful. Who would you be if you could change if you could mutate into any animal? Who would it be?
A spider. A giant spider.
A giant spider? I think you might scare a lot of people out there. Why would you be a spider?
Well, I could climb on walls and swing across.
I see, because you want to be like Spider-Man, huh?
Yes.
Hey, that's cool, dude. I'm totally all for it. I think I would probably like to be a crocodile because, Daddy loves reptiles.
Not a bear?
You know what? You're right. I think it would be a bear. Why wouldn't I go with a bear? I'm thinking reptiles, and Connor reminds me that I'm a bear. I think it's because I shaved and I just forgot how hairy I'm not anymore. So, Giraffe says spider is an excellent choice, by the way. Give me a big hug. Thanks, buddy. I appreciate it. Okay. And of course, sometimes you got to point out the obvious to me, guys. It's pretty bad, but all right. So I know Giraffe had another question for us here a little bit earlier in the chat. So he was asking, is that a John Kreese toy? Greatest sensei of all time. Nice pickup. Yes. Now we got some people making fun of the fact that I am a hairless bear. And of course, mentioning the fact that Fuzzy Wuzzy wasn't Fuzzy Wuzzy. I know you've heard Fuzzy Wuzzy was a bear. All right. So, Connor, hold it up again. Let everybody can see what we have here. So, who is in this box set?
You got Raphael, and John Kreese.
It's John Kreese. And who is John Kreese, Connor? Do you remember?
The original trainer of...
It's right on the box, buddy.
Of Cobra Kai.
That's right. He was the original sensei from Cobra Kai. All right.
And also the trainer of Johnny Lawrence.
Very good, Bubba. Very, very good. Okay. So, are we ready to go ahead and open? Oh, what? Are you just going to peel it? All right. Daddy was going to cut the tape, but now are we saving these boxes?
Probably yes.
All right, okay. You're going to want to take that back up to Mommy's?
Yes.
Okay. So for once, Dad didn't need the trusty knife because Connor's got this under control.
Yeah, but you're going to need the trusty knife again.
Oh, they've got them zip tied in there, not even little twist ties. Okay, so let's talk about this for a second here. Do you know who originally made the toys for Ninja Turtles? Do you know what company that was? No. Okay, it was this company right here called Playmates. So Playmates are the ones who went ahead and made these new toys. Now, they're a bigger scale than the original Ninja Turtle toys, right? Certainly a little bit bigger. And
Yep,
these
definitely.
ones have a lot more articulation, right? That's all these little points here that they can move than the original toys had as well, isn't it?
There's actually one like the hidden.
Okay. Well, why don't we go ahead first and pull the plastic blister out? Yeah. Put this right here. And we can move the tray over here. Daddy's going to make a few cuts and let you get to tell everybody about what toys we're going to have. So, who do we want to pull out of the blister first?
Raphael.
Raphael? Of course, yeah. So, Nolan's here telling us his youngest daughter loves Cobra Kai. Strike first, strike hard, no mercy. Is that what Cobra Kai says?
Yeah.
Yeah. Does Splinter say that same philosophy?
Yeah.
Splinter does? Are you sure?
No, but
Is he
again,
all about the strike first, strike hard, no mercy?
oh, no mercy. No mercy part.
Well, I don't know. I think Splinter, his teachings are that we should all show mercy. That sounds more like Splinter to me.
Oh, yeah, it does.
Yeah, mercy means that you can forgive people, right? Give them a chance to change their ways, which is important, right? Because we all change as we grow.
Mm-hmm.
Just like you change. You change every time I see you. I swear you keep getting taller. All right. So pretty soon it's going to be time for Dad to sharpen his knife here because it's not slicing through these zip ties as easily as it used to. And Daddy doesn't have. You know what? No, they're not up there. Hold on just a moment here. Connor, can you look down underneath of Daddy's desk? There might be a pair of scissors.
Oh, yeah, there is.
Yeah, could you reach down there and go grab those? And then bring them up here so Daddy can put them away where they should go.
Remember they fell?
Daddy doesn't remember a lot.
They fell.
They're down there? All right. Thank you, sir. Now pull your chair back up and slide up here. All right. And just checking in here with the chat. We have SJ Curtis is in here with us. He's saying, hey, everybody. Go ahead and say hey back.
Hey.
There. Pull it in. Pull it up. There we go. You keep wiggling yourself further back away from the microphone, bud. People aren't going to be able to hear you. You gotta make sure you stay close. All right. So now that we could more easily just cut the zip ties, not have to worry about knives flying and smacking people in the face, which is always a concern, even though it shouldn't be, because Daddy should be safer with knives. Should be and are two very different words. Alright. Some of these are like extra tight. Other ones are not so much. Daddy's going to start prepping some of these other guys. There we go.
Only one more.
Got them all. Right?
Just grab them out.
Yeah, we should be able to go ahead and get this out of the package now.
Put the scissors down.
Yeah, Daddy's doing it. Well, here. I'm going to try to grab him out.
Yeah.
Pull the zip ties. They really didn't want these figures to come to life and escape from the packaging. That's why they use zip ties. Uh-oh. Connor, what happened? We lost something.
We lost
both of them. They both fell out. Well, that's because his hands are all funky. Ew. I don't know if I like those. Oh.
Well, he only has 3 fingers.
Well, I know that. That's not what I meant by his thumbs are funky. I mean, his thumbs are funky.
Somehow I got it to work with my other figures.
Yeah. So one thing I'm just noticing that I find a bit different because I haven't collected Ninja Turtles in quite a while is the finger articulation that they have for the hands is very, very interesting and something I am not familiar with at all.
I'm familiar with it though, because I actually have this.
Oh, are these like the same as some of the other ones that you
No,
have?
these are exactly the same face like.
Oh,
So that means play.
okay. Daddy's going to tell you right now be careful with the shoulder here. That articulation point may need some hot water at some point in time. It's got the swivel bicep, but I don't want it to break.
Oh, I'll show you how.
Connor, you keep sliding this chair further back. Get your hiney up. All right. So, Connor, go ahead and tell us about the figure there.
So I like how they actually put them in like ninja mode. See, you can see here they have the black bandana, black like shoulder pads, and black knee pads, and white eyes, completely just white.
Now, what color are those normally?
The headband's supposed to be red. The knee pads and shoulder pads are supposed to be like a brownish. Is that correct?
Well, it depends on which version of the show you're watching. In some, they've been the same color as the head bandana. In others, they've been brown. And in some, they've been black.
Yeah. So, yeah. That's how the ninjas is. And also with the weapons, they're black too.
I see. Now, are the weapons normally distinct colors or?
Usually, like the holding part is red, and like and all the rest is silver
I see.
in this version.
Okay. So, Connor, I know you're still learning about a lot of this stuff, but a lot of the fans out there like to know about the points of articulation on the figure. Do we know how many points of articulation that this particular Raphael figure has?
Well, let's see. Well, the fingers are 3.
Is it 3 or is it 2? Because I think that's 1 point. And then the thumb. Oh, no. The fingers move individually. They looked like 1, but they are individual. All right. So SJ was checking in saying not much. He finished a 14-hour shift. That's a long time, man. So I'm glad you were able to jump on and join us here because I know you got to be tired.
So this is 6 points. Do these count as 2?
Yes. Well, it counts. It could be 1. It's a double elbow joint.
Did you say that's 1?
Yeah, I'd call it 1. I'd say it's a double elbow joint.
3, 6, 7, 7, 2, 2.
Yeah, you want Daddy to count it up?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Look who's saying hi to us now. Why don't you say hi?
Hi, Skelevator.
Excellent. Okay, so each finger is a point of articulation. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Double elbow joint. So we'll say that is 1. So that's 2 more. That's 8. Swivel bicep on each side. 9, 10. Shoulders. That'd be 11, 12. We got the head moving around here. That is another point of articulation. And that'd be 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. Uh-oh.
Yeah, that can happen, but it can just snap back on.
Of course, yeah, because he's got the ball joint and he's got a pin joint. So that's actually like 3. But that's cool because that gives you some swivel. I can't see under. What was this called again, Connor? What did Daddy tell you the name of this was?
Under the
Gi.
gi.
Yes. So one thing that's different from what we're used to seeing with Ninja Turtles here is that Raphael is actually wearing a gi. Here, I'm trying to pull this up and not put it right in front of your face. There we go. All right. So he's rocking this turtle gi specifically for the tournament. And again, for people who may be familiar with Japanese writing, that is actually I believe, kanji for turtle on the back, which, if you're a fan of Dragon Ball Z, you also may remember as being Master Roshi's sign, because he's the turtle hermit.
I'm going to try to put these in his hands.
Okay. So you're going to do that, and then we could talk a little bit more about Kreese. So these figures are very over the top articulated, which is really cool because the original Ninja Turtles didn't have a whole lot of articulation. They had more than most standard toys because they had a couple of swivel points.
It's very hard to get these
But these guys definitely have quite a bit more. The face sculpt and all is very reminiscent of the original toys, I will say, with these, as opposed to some of the other ones that I've seen more recently from Playmates with it. Yeah, some trouble there, bud?
It's very hard to do this.
No, okay. Well, let me know if you want Daddy to help. All right. So while Connor's doing that, since I know we've got quite a bit of prep here, I'm going to go ahead and start prepping up one of the other packs that we have to open today, because Connor not only brought one.
I brought 3.
Yeah, so we've got 2 more packs to open. We're actually 1 short from having the complete set.
Yeah.
But I was fortunate enough I was able to find that set online this morning and made sure to. Connor had some birthday money still from one of our neighbors, and we went ahead and ordered the 4th and final set from this. So now Connor has completed an entire wave of a specific offshoot toy line. That's pretty cool. Have you done that before with a set of toys? Have you ever completed a wave?
Well, no, but actually close to completing. I only need like 3 more bad guys for this, like the original set for this.
Oh, cool.
Just 3 more bad guys. Just 3.
Dawn's telling you that that's real cool. And we have Happy Accident has joined us today, coming in with the yo, yo, yo. Good to have you here, Happy. Glad to see you. And let's see. And SJ is saying, I believe Kame means turtle. And I think that is correct. Don't quote me. I don't actually speak it. I just kind of know what the symbols are. And let's see. Bobby has said, awesome. Well, he's actually just saying awesome. He's not saying Daddy's catchphrase, which we all know is awesome. So, all right. Again, while Connor is working on getting Raph's size in hand, Daddy's going to go ahead and start popping the. Daddy's just going to cut the tape on the other box, okay? Mm-hmm. My fingers aren't as nimble as yours to peel the tape back on all of them. And it's a lot easier for Dad to just go ahead and do that. Now, one cool thing we can do, just take the knife, wiggle it on each side here, and then we can pop the flap. And it doesn't actually break that box a little there. So, you having any luck?
It's very hard to do this.
Well, did you want to tell everybody about John Kreese, and then maybe Daddy can go ahead and try to get that in
Okay.
his hand?
So John Kreese is gonna. Dad, did you count the head?
I did. That was one point where everything was even across the rest of the body. The head itself was only one.
I'm sure there should. It's like the same amount of joints. Everything.
Yeah, very similar, except for one big thing.
I'm pretty sure that you can take this. Well,
I see. So the fingers are a little stiff. And there's like a ball joint there. Okay, cool.
yeah. So this is what he looks like. Stuff. I'm pretty sure you can take this off. It's just hard.
Okay, well I wouldn't worry about it too much right now then, would I? What do you think? What else? Talk about him a lot. What's he wearing? Is he wearing the traditional gi of Cobra Kai?
Yes.
Very cool. It's got the snake emblem on the back. Also, what else does it show on there? What else? Talk about it.
He has like this tattoo on his arm.
Oh, is it the tattoo that he has in the show?
I think it is.
Yeah. Does it look like a cobra? He has a cobra tattooed on him in the show.
It's a cobra.
Cobra is a snake, Connor. That's what's on the gi.
It is.
It looks like it's a fist.
There's a fist there. There's a cobra's mouth.
Oh, okay.
So you can see it's a tattoo from the show right there.
Looks like the cobra is, or the fist is grabbing the cobra.
Yeah, it's like this.
That's pretty cool, right?
Yeah. Because all the details, snake on the back.
All right. So the finger joints were just really stiff, but
yeah, that's how it is with my real figures. I have them at my house.
There you go. Daddy got those in there. So one thing here about Kreese that I wanted to point out is he has no finger articulation at all.
Yeah.
His hands are impermanent fists.
Yeah, and there's also no hand attachments.
No
at
accessories, no weapons.
No.
What about the face sculpt? Does he look very similar to how Kreese looks in the show?
Well, we can actually show that resemblance. Where's like the first, like the box that the case came in?
Here you go.
You can see the resemblance. If you,
oh, it's a little bit of a silhouette. It's a little tough to see the resemblance. Yeah.
I can see though. See. Actually, I remember his face like in. This is very good sculpting. No kidding. That they did.
No kidding.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What else?
So, yeah, the face is exactly the same as the one in the movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they did a really good job on the likeness.
Mm-hmm.
Very cool. And Daddy is happy to hear that. Okay. So Dad is just about done here, clipping open our next one in this line. And then you can tell everybody a little bit about what the next one is if you like. Is there anything else you wanted to say about Raph and Kreese?
Not that much.
Okay.
No.
I mean, I just wanted to say I think it was a really cool pairing because Kreese is not known very well for his discipline, right? He's kind of a hothead.
Yeah.
And what's Raph known for?
Rage.
Yeah, being a bit of a hothead himself. think maybe that was an intentional
Did
putting
you
those two together.
guys? Did you actually know that the weapons are a sign?
Are they?
Yeah, knowing that this Raphael, he's the most angriest. These are actually angriest. These are actually dull. The only sharp weapon that's actually in the show is Leonardo's sword.
Yeah.
These are just dull.
Uh-huh.
Every other weapon, it's a sign.
Well, what else is somebody who might be quick to anger? You don't want to give them necessarily a very offensive weapon.
Yeah.
Whereas the Sai were designed for defense
Yeah.
and defending oneself, not attacking someone.
Yeah.
So taking somebody who might be prone to attack and teaching them the opposite to try and curb those specific attributes.
Yeah.
Interesting, huh?
Yeah.
Well,
And
who's in this next pack? Go ahead and hold that up.
Michelangelo, and I'm not that good with these names anymore. I haven't watched.
Who's that? As Daniel.
Yeah.
Isn't your brother named that?
I haven't watched this show in a long time.
I see.
Don't blame me. Please don't.
All right, I'm going to catch us up with the chat here real quick while you take a look over those guys and decide what you want to talk about with them. So, a Happy Accident says, thanks. He's happy to be here. And then Giraffe has chimed in and said, that's a pretty slick figure. And SJ said, that's cool. That's so cool. I love Cobra Kai. I agree. Big fan of the show. Always a fan of the Karate Kid when I was younger, too. And Payne's Toy Sample says, sorry, I'm not all chatty. I'm editing my video for tomorrow. That's excellent, Payne's. Can't wait to see it. We'll definitely be talking about it and sharing it with everybody, making sure everybody can catch it. All right. So, Draft says, John's Crease's weapons are attached permanently. His fists. That's right. He doesn't need other weapons, does he?
Yeah, same for all the other characters.
Yeah, most of the guys in these shows are pretty awesome.
They just need their fists.
Okay. So Connor's moving right on to Michelangelo here. So what can you tell us a little bit? Is this Michelangelo figure a different sculpt from the Raph figure?
Well, you can actually tell by the face that it's this and watch. You can tell that it's different.
Hold it up closer to the camera. They can't see. That's why I keep telling you. You gotta stay close.
So this is Raph. You can actually see his teeth. You can't see Michelangelo's teeth at all.
Ah, so Michelangelo has like a closed mouth, huh?
Mm-hmm.
So they did have a different sculpted head. What else is different about him?
Well, this is like a very tiny detail. No, it's not that.
No, pretty much bandanas look the same, actually. It looks like it's just that mouth. But what else is different? Can you see? What color is the turtle on Raph's gi?
Red, but this one's orange.
Okay. And what about these wristbands up here, too?
Knowing Michelangelo, we all know his favorite color is orange. That's why this is orange, this orange, orange, orange.
So there is a slight difference, even though that they are wearing the black bandanas, the black elbow pads and knee pads, and black belts, but they have their own colors on wristbands and on the actual turtle symbol that they wear on their gis. That's pretty cool.
Just like a tiny detail with it, not anything else.
Yeah, but sometimes it's those small details that really make it stand out, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, what else is different about both of these turtles? I see something else that's very, very different. What about their color? their skin. Raph has that more like kind of muted light green, and
This
Mikey
is dark green.
Yeah, it's got that more dark forest green, which is a detail carried over from the original toys as well. That's really, really awesome. All right, so jumping back in here, a little bit more going on. Ray Black has joined. She's saying hi, Oz, Connor, and the chat. Was up earlier, but had to take a nap. Didn't think I slept that long. Well, I know you and Nolan have been dealing with some sickness, so definitely get that rest when you can and hope that you're feeling better. I know Nolan seems to be feeling better. He's actually joined us again. You need some more help with the hands?
Oh, I got it.
Okay, he's got it this time, guys. Okay. Got it in there?
Yeah, this one's in there nice and tight.
Cool. Now, what do they have there for his weapons? Well, first off, what are his weapons called?
Nunchucks.
That's right, nunchucks. And now, before you were telling us a little theory about how, Raph being a hothead, he was given a very defensive, dull weapon that, was not to attack. So with Michelangelo's weapon, right?
Yeah.
What's Michelangelo known as amongst the turtles? He's the party dude.
Yeah.
Right? It's all about having fun and being a little crazy and being a little wacky, not being so focused. And the nunchuck is a weapon that you have to be aware of where it's at all times, because it can be just as dangerous to you as it could be to, it could be just as dangerous to your opponent as it is to you if you're not paying attention.
Because you can just...
Yeah. Have you ever seen Daddy whack himself with his nunchucks before?
Yes.
Yeah, Daddy's done it a couple times before. Daddy's pretty good, but I still make mistakes. You have to be extremely focused and pay attention when using them. And Michelangelo needs that focus because he's a little all over the place.
He's especially good at nunchucks like he is skateboarding.
Oh, he is an epic skateboarder. So Ray is saying that, it's like playing tag, you're it, Oz. She said the sickness is getting bounced around from person to person. You've just recently had a situation like that, haven't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. What happened with you?
Wait, me?
Yeah, wasn't it you and Daniel?
No, it was my brother Daniel. He had a sickness, and now he has to take this medicine that I'm like allergic to.
Oh, I see. So he's taking some antibiotics that you're allergic to?
Yeah.
What do they have him taking? Penicillin or is it amoxicillin?
It's the one that gave me the rashes before.
Both of them have given you rashes before.
Well, it was when I was like 7.
That was the amoxicillin because before you had taken it and you were fine.
Yeah, it's amoxicillin.
Yeah.
That gives me really bad rashes.
I'm sorry, buddy. You get part of that allergy from Daddy. Daddy was allergic to penicillin, so they gave him amoxicillin. So Daniel's got to take some amoxicillin right now?
Yeah.
Well, I certainly hope Daniel starts feeling better.
He already is.
That's great.
He's feeling a lot better. He's been able to go to school.
That's good because school's important, right?
Yeah. He missed 2 days.
Missed 2 days of school because he was not feeling good. Well, I'm glad to hear he's doing better.
Yeah, but he wasted one of his days were his last day to actually have. But if you have a doctor's note, you can get more days.
I see.
He had a doctor's note.
Well, that's good. Hey Connor, instead of piling up all that stuff over there, you want to go hand it back to me so I keep it stacked nicely over here?
Here's Raphael's case.
Oh, thank you. All right, so who do you have there in your hand now that you're playing around with and not showing anybody?
Danielle.
Daniel, not Danielle.
Daniel.
That's right.
Right here, and he has the tree logo for his training.
Right.
So,
that's on his gi.
Yeah.
So what is his? What's his karate? Let everybody know. Is it Cobra Kai? Does he study Cobra Kai? Does he practice and teach Cobra Kai?
No, he does not teach Cobra Kai.
What does he teach?
He teaches.
You remember the name?
Oh.
Miyagi-Do.
Yeah, Miyagi-Do.
There you go.
Yeah, so
SJ says he was so nervous the first time he practiced with some wooden nunchucks. It can be very nerve-wracking.
So, actually, I practiced with some plastic nunchucks.
Yeah.
I bopped my head a couple thousand times.
Yeah. Well, after a while, you get better and you start remembering, hey, there's another end to this thing that's going to smack me in the head if I'm not careful. All right. So Daniel LaRusso, he's from Miyagi-Do. He looks to have similar articulation to the crease figure, right?
Yeah.
And one thing that I wanted to kind of look at and point out here. So definitely have used pretty much the same exact mold, it seems, for Kreese and Daniel, except for the head sculpt. But right down to the point where he has this very soft plastic top to the gi.
Yeah.
And
the same with
Kreese.
Yeah.
Now, his arms are sculpted with sleeves on. This is a hard plastic where this is like a soft rubber. And there's separation at the shoulders. And the chest buck that they use for this is flesh tone. So there's a bit of a gap where apparently Daniel's arms are made out of sleeves. He doesn't actually have real arms under here. His arms are just sleeves.
Yeah, that is true.
It's a little weird, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
You see right here?
Yeah, you see the gap there.
Yeah. So it's a little odd, but I get that they were trying to do the look for his actual gi that he wears when he does his tournament.
Yeah.
But overall, though, I think it's really good. The face sculpt on it, probably not as close as Kreese's is to his figure. But I will say that it's still overall, it's a really good figure, and it's really cool because I remember as a kid always wanting a Daniel LaRusso figure ever since I watched the original Karate Kid movies. So it's really, really nice that we've actually got these here. So do you want to have Kreese have a little standoff with Daniel? Oh, I don't know if we're going to have room for all that right there at the end.
Maybe I'll just hold it up like this.
All right. So
yeah. The characters have...
So Ray's saying, I'm missing my weekend with Nolan. Oh, well, we're sorry to hear that, Ray. I'm sorry that you're missing some time with Nolan there. I know that can be tough and really difficult.
Yeah.
And we got some in-talking between Ray, Dawn, and Duchess here. And we're certainly all hoping that you feel better, Ray. All right. So, we've still got one more pack to open up here. It's like we said before, we only got 3 out of the 4. Okay. So, Connor, can you tell us who's coming up in this next pack?
It's
Well, what turtle is it?
Donatello.
I see. So we have Donatello. Who is the character that comes with Donatello? Who's from Cobra Kai?
This is a hard one because I haven't watched the movie for a long time.
Yeah, the show. Yeah. Is it Johnny Lawrence?
Yeah, Johnny Lawrence.
I see. Interesting. And who was Johnny Lawrence? Do you remember?
Johnny Lawrence is the teacher, the second teacher of Cobra Kai.
Right, second sensei. Well, I think they had another one before him, but yes. When it comes to the new show Cobra Kai, which you can catch on Netflix, if you've been living under a rock and you don't know, Johnny's the one that restarts Cobra Kai. And of course, shenanigans and craziness ensue. But if it wasn't for them doing that, we wouldn't have these awesome toys, that's for sure.
I have a great idea.
Oh, you have a great idea? What is your great... Oh, are you getting him to do the kick?
Smackdown, smackdown. Kreese is really getting a beat down.
I have a karate fight going all over my desk right now. Possibly everybody could be kung fu fighting. All right. So. All right. Just going through here. And... All right. Ray is mentioning that, yay, she didn't miss everything. She made it for an unboxing. Absolutely. We're still doing that. And Ray has also said, haha, Connor, that's how I play with toys too. See? Yeah, you're not the only one who plays. We all play with toys. Did they make silver for the line? I don't know, Connor. Which 4 packs did they have?
Which 4 packs?
Yeah, because there was 4 of them. You want to read them off to everybody and let them
know? This is the one that I'm missing. Leonardo versus Miguel Diaz, and Raphael versus John Grease.
Well, you're not missing that pack. You've got that one.
Yeah. The first one that I read, I'm missing. But I'm going to get it. And then Michelangelo versus Daniel Lawrence. Daniel. Donatello versus Johnny Lawrence.
So is that all that came in this line?
Yes.
Yeah, it wasn't a very big line, although I think they probably could have squeezed some more out of it. I mean, it definitely would have been cool seeing a Terry Silver versus Shredder, maybe. Shredder, yeah, that might have been neat to do. But sadly, we didn't get that. Maybe April O'Neil versus Tori, or, well, I guess they're looking at the age with that one, you know, being the fact that Tori's a teenager and April O'Neil would have been an adult. But then again, technically, they got adults beating up kids in that show a lot, really. You guys haven't seen Cobra Kai. You know, Johnny kicks the crap out of a bunch of teenagers in the very first episode.
Yeah.
I mean, they were asking for it, don't get me wrong.
Yeah. back to the fight scene.
Back to the fight scene. They did these zip ties a lot closer on this Johnny Lawrence figure. I guess they figured out how long to take him or something. His dad does not have much luck cutting it. Oh, man. So, unfortunately, Nolan, to just answer your question, they only came out with these 4 packs in this line. And no, Terry Silver did not make the cut. But it's still a fun, unique mashup. And it definitely makes a bit more sense than the current lineup of Stranger Things and the Ninja Turtles. Which is just a little weird, isn't it, Connor?
Yeah.
A little weird. Cool.
Yeah. Man. Ha. Man.
I didn't know that Daniel was trained by Kami. Or not Kami. Master Roshi.
No, he was.
He was, huh?
Okay. Now Kreese is done for. Or is he?
Dun dun dun. All right. So, in the last pack that we have, you ready to show these guys off?
Donatello. Alright, so the cool.
Just so you have them both out, ready?
Bro, the coolest thing and the most obvious detail is that it has a holder. It has a holder.
Nice.
You can just hold it like this.
So they put a place for his bow staff on the figure. I think that's really cool, right? And what other details about it? So again,
yeah, like the other ones, this is purple, and purple.
Well, because that's Donnie's color, right?
Yeah.
Purple.
So, someone just joined the fight, but it's a twist. You really think that Johnny Lawrence would join this guy's team, but it's a twist.
Big plot twist.
Wait, you be Johnny Lawrence.
Well, Daddy's trying to run the show. We're keeping up with the chat here, bud.
Yeah.
All right. Masterversal Toy Hunter has joined the chat with us as well. He's saying live with Oz and Connor indeed. Good day there, all. Great to have you here, Eldor. Thank you for stopping in. And let's see here. JMax77 with us, just saying, just got back from a small toy con and grabbed vintage King Randor and Terraclaw Skeletor. No accessories, but still fun. That's great. I'm glad to hear it, JMac. What awesome finds. All right. Nolan mentioning the fact that would have been a good 2-pack Oz. I agree. It would have been fun. And let me see here. We're going to keep scrolling down through. Just trying to skip over some of the in-talking amongst everybody. Nolan agreeing that sometimes teenagers need it. Oh, they did like a combined Kamehameha wave against Kreese. That's awesome.
It's Kamehameha.
Kamehameha. A Stingray figure would be great. He was another character in Cobra Kai. Maybe Stingray versus like Bebop or Rocksteady. See, they could have done more with this line.
A lot more. There's tons of people in this line.
Right? I agree.
There should have been tons of people. Maybe like Shredder, like all the bad guys.
I agree. All right. Dawn mentioning the fact how cute you are while you're playing with the toys. And just scrolling through. Sweet, that's awesome. Agree. Oh, and SJ saying, my friend got the horror movie TMNT figures for his birthday. Super cool. I agree. Those figures are really great. NECA's doing an awesome job with those.
He's down.
Has it been revealed as to which turtle? Oh, Conner-mon, which turtle is your favorite?
Leonardo.
My
second favorite, Raphael. My third favorite, Michelangelo. And
so
then
who's your least favorite? Is that Donnie?
Donatello.
Donnie is your least favorite? You are still pushing yourself away.
I'm sorry.
You gotta stay close so they can hear you through the mic.
Yeah.
All right. Ray Black saying purple everything because, purple is an amazing color.
Well, it's close to blue. It is a really good color.
Yeah.
But I'm not just judging by the color.
Okay. Well, that's good. All right. And Rolando Flores has jumped in and joined us today. So, Rolando, we just finished unboxing the last of the packs for the Cobra Kai TMNT crossover toys the Playmates put out a couple years back. And apparently I have John Kreese hanging out on my head, much like Zor pooped on my head last time. So, really cool. Nolan says his son Ben's favorite is Leo as well. So, that's really cool. And why don't you guys tell us in the chat who's your favorite Ninja Turtle? What about Slash, like the evil turtle? Have you seen him before?
No.
Have I never shown you? Well, you remember Slash from the 2012, where he turned like bad guy for like an episode, and then he came back. He was actually He was Raph's pet turtle, Spike, and then he became Slash.
No, I don't remember that.
Hold on, I'll bring it up over here on the other screen.
Slash.
This guy.
Slash looks creepy.
He is pretty creepy, but that's part of what made him so cool.
So this was Raph's.
See, this was the original toy. Originally in the original cartoon and this toy, he wasn't Raph's pet. That was something that was done like later for continuity. But in the original one, see, he was like this alien kind of turtle that came down. Very intelligent too, not an idiot. Later, he's seen as less intelligent. But yeah, it's definitely.
Bro, he's a creepy, creepy boy.
All right, here we go. Mr. Miyagi and Master Splinter. I mean, that seems like an easy 2-pack to do there for sure. All right, and Rolando says Raphael. Indeed, Raph. Yep. And again, Master Versal Toy Hunter saying Raph indeed as well. Oh, they beat Kreese, huh? Knocked him out. Got to make him do the proper Fallout pose here. Like arms a little back and legs a little limp. Oh, send him kicking flying through the air. Oh, his feet just hanging out up here. There we go. Kreese is laid out on the swing arm. All right.
They were too powerful for him.
All right. Well, Dawn has to leave, but she is saying, have a good day to everyone. Have an awesome day, Dawn. It's good to have you here. Thank you for joining us.
Dad,
Rolando Flores, big fan of Usagi Jimbo. That's the rabbit.
Dad, the creepiest picture that's online is that one over there.
Which one?
That one.
This one?
That one. Don't bring
That's
it
the
up.
IDW one.
Don't bring that. Bro, it's so creepy. Get that thing away from me.
All right. Daddy will turn these ones off. There you go. No more creepy turtles.
Creepy. Now
All
they turned
right.
on each other.
SJ says Mikey was always his favorite. And let me see here, scrolling down through. A bunch of people saying that. And Nolan has the Archie Comics Slash, which I agree is definitely a cool version. And let's see here, we've got Mikey was mine. He was funny and silly. Did she like that? Absolutely right. He's great. And yep. And Rolando Flores, you win. Awesome pick. Yeah, for sure. Because Usagi Yojimbo was a rabbit. I always thought that was like a toss-up line in the first one where he mentioned, Ninja kicked the damn rabbit. Thought it might be hopefully leading to something like that later, even back in those days as a young guy.
I gotta go.
And let's see here. Nolan saying, my favorite wasn't even the show Ace Duck. I think it was the leather jacket that drew me to. Yeah, man, he had the really cool bomber coat, which was great. All right. And Josh Knox stopping in saying, love the stream, dude. Well, we appreciate having you here, Josh. Thank you for making it, man. Yeah, let's see. Keep it coming down here. All right. So, Rolando Flores saying he just picked up Motu Revelation Skeletor and Evelyn for $7. Is that $7 a piece or $7 total? Either way, it's a great deal. Giraffe, that would have been cool. Archie Comics did a TMNT series. Don't think they crossed with the Riverdale kids, though. No, they didn't. Not to my knowledge, they didn't cross over. Mind you, just about everybody else crossed over with those Riverdale kids, including the Punisher and the Predator. That happened. They crossed over with the kids from Riverdale. So, Rolando is saying $7 each. And sweet, nice score. Absolutely agree. That is a really, really good steal here. All right, so Dad is getting blown up here on his phone, and it's about later tonight's stream. So, Connor, out of these 3 packs, since you don't have that last one yet, who is your favorite?
My favorite pack?
Yeah, out of the ones that we have here in front of us,
Raphael.
which one is your favorite?
Raphael.
The Raphael pack?
Yeah.
And what makes that one your favorite?
Well, he's my second favorite. My second favorite Ninja Turtle fan. He's my second favorite one. And also, the guy he comes with is a bad guy, so it really fits.
Very cool.
Yeah.
I always thought that, in seeing these packs, I'm a big fan of Miguel. One of the things that I think I liked most about the Cobra Kai show was that Johnny Lawrence was now kind of the Mr. Miyagi of the show. He was teaching, he was teaching Miguel how to defend himself against bullies and stuff, much how Mr. Miyagi taught that to Daniel in the original Karate Kid. So I thought it was definitely really, really cool that this time around Johnny was teaching that. And although many of his lessons may have been a bit misguided, he was actually teaching some of these kids some very valuable lessons overall, which was really neat. Although, not saying that's exactly the best way to teach them. I mean, throwing a bunch of kids in the back of a cement truck to spin the cement mixer portion of the truck on their own by hand, working together as a team to teach teamwork, pretty extreme. But in the end, it worked. All right. And Ray Black saying, and because he says, and the clocks. Connor, you have to be careful where you're putting stuff, dude. All right. And the clock's ticking, dude, when ordering pizza. That's right. Talking about Michelangelo. The clock's ticking, dude. Wise man say, wisdom is divine, but never pay full price for late pizza. True. All right. So let's see here. Nolan would have been up for Casey Jones versus uh, Joey Lawrence. Not Johnny Lawrence, but Joey Lawrence. You know, why not? Yeah, he could take Joey Lawrence, right? Sure. Let's see here. How about Chosen? And, oh, that would have been cool. Yeah, see, Chosen was the bad guy that Daniel went up against in the second Karate Kid. That would have been a cool choice, I think. All right, so overall, I'm digging these turtles. They're pretty cool. I mean, I haven't had a Ninja Turtles toy in a very, very long time. It's nice that Playmates is still involved with them. Seeing these updated versions here, they're pretty cool. I gotta dig them. I like the extra articulation. Certainly not the best overall. I've definitely seen some other ones. Of course, we know NECA and such. They have their Ninja Turtles toys that are really, really awesome. Have you seen those, Connor? The NECA Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle toys?
No.
No? Well, you're going to have to come out with Daddy and Uncle Chris sometime and we'll show them to you. They're really cool. Pretty expensive, but they're definitely cool. And Connor definitely has the fourth of these 2-packs on the way soon. So that'll probably be something that we continue and unbox.
I lost a tooth.
Yeah, go ahead. Tell everybody.
I lost a tooth yesterday.
Eating some hard, crusty pizza.
It was soft. It was soft, guys.
He had this really old, hard, crusty pizza he was eating.
It was soft pizza, fresh from the oven.
So he says. So Connor had a loose tooth and it was wiggling a lot. And eventually it came out while he was eating the Ninja Turtles' favorite food, which is pizza.
Pizza. And also Spider-Man's favorite food.
No, I say it is.
I know everything about Spider-Man and Ninja Turtles.
You know everything about Spider-Man and Ninja Turtles? Everything? You're going to have to educate us one day about everything.
Yeah, in Spider-Man.
Teach us all the things.
Gotta watch all the movies to know.
Oh.
There's no retelling. You can't actually tell these secrets. It's hard to explain. Very, very hard. You gotta watch the movies.
So apparently we have a lot of watching of movies, folks.
And shows.
And shows.
Because you gotta watch these guys and Ninja Turtles and also Spider-Man's and the movies.
Yep, definitely. All kinds of movies for both. As a matter of fact, we're supposed to be getting new Ninja Turtles pretty soon, right? New Ninja Turtle movies on the way? Right?
Yeah, but you also gotta watch the movies.
Gotta watch the movies, folks.
You gotta promise me that all of you guys will watch the movies.
Connor wants promises.
He
demands promises.
I demand
movie
it.
watching. Pop your popcorn, grab a blanket, roll up on the couch, and start watching some Ninja Turtles and some Spider-Man movies.
And you can only do this in. You have 1 week.
Hey, that's a high demand, okay? Most of us, we've got jobs.
2 weeks.
2 weeks? 2 weeks? Why don't we tell
3 weeks, 4 weeks, 5 weeks, 7 weeks.
You got 2 months to watch all the movies. 2 months.
2 months.
Connor's judging.
2
He's
months.
going to want full reports from everybody.
Yeah, 2 months.
So, let's go through here, and we're going to try to catch up in the chat because it's getting away from us.
But also, I want promises.
So, Chosen versus Casey Jones, SJ, that would have been awesome. I agree. Would have been really cool. And there really are so many options, which I agree with. Pains is with us again saying, I hate editing one day. I will do lives to avoid this travesty. Maybe it's just my old phone and irritating internet. Hey, man, there's difficulties with both, you know? I mean, lately I've not been having an easy time doing share screen because the internet strength just isn't there. So, and that's on a live stream. You got challenges either way. Just got to overcome them the best you can. But I'm glad to hear somebody loves editing just as much as I do, which is why I don't do a lot of pre-recorded stuff. And Nolan saying, nice, awesome, Connor. Tooth Fairy brings some coins. How much did you get from the Tooth Fairy?
$5 full dollars.
$5 full dollars. I used to get like 25 cents a tooth. This guy's getting $5 a tooth. All right.
Yeah,
congrats.
You better.
Under the pillow with that. Agreed.
You guys, you better start losing your teeth too so you can get lots of money.
That's it, everybody. Let's just start getting, we can all get dentures, right? Right? Why don't we just get our teeth all knocked out and then we'll get plenty of money from the Tooth Fairy so that we can go out and buy toys.
Yeah.
All right. Nolan saying Spider-Man meets TMNT like they did with Batman. That would be a good movie. I think that would be really cool. And the Batman meets TMNT movie is really neat, isn't it? I gotta tell you though, I didn't think that it would be as dark or as violent as it got in some parts when I first got that. That was definitely a quick turn deeper than what I thought it would have been, wasn't it, Connor? Connor and I, we ordered that and we were watching it, and man, that thing, it hit 0 to 60 pretty quick once the shredder came in there, man. All right. Thoughts on live action versus animated? So, Connor, what are your thoughts? Did you like, because you've watched the live action Ninja Turtle movies before with Dad.
Both of them.
Yeah. And you've watched the animated series with them, and even a couple of the animated movies as well, or at least.
I can't decide.
No, you don't know? You don't know which one you like better?
No, I can't decide.
I prefer the live action movies. But that's just because, again, it holds a lot of really fond sentiment of when I was a young kid and going to the movie theater and seeing Ninja Turtles at the movies. So, that kind of, holds its own way. And then counting down until the VHS,
They are both really good, but if I had to pick one, I would do the live action too.
You think so? Was it really cool seeing the turtles like in the real world?
Yeah, and they look kind of weird.
Yeah, in some of the scenes you can actually see the actors in the suits. Connor, do you remember when we used to go to that playground by that house that Daddy used to live at? And they had that drainage portion where you could see the big sewer grates. And what did Daddy used to say about that?
Don't know.
You don't remember? You were real young, so you probably don't remember. I had Connor convinced the Ninja Turtles lived down there because it was this really big sewer grate. And yeah, let's say, hey, you think the Ninja Turtles down there? And we'd talk about it all the way home. Duchess is mentioning, wow, about your money from the Tooth Fairy here. And Ray Black says, shoot, she would get $1. Oh, man, you guys. I'm glad to see that, inflation has worked for the Tooth Fairy.
Oh, laugh out loud.
I used to think the turtles lived in our sewers. See, I think everybody did. I know if you guys have been on Ozstradamus Toyz Live when Carol's talked about the fact that we had tunnels across the street from our house, I was definitely convinced that if I went through those tunnels, I would eventually find the Ninja Turtles' lair. I never found the Ninja Turtles' lair, but I got to explore a whole bunch of my neighborhood and everything through those tunnels and finding out where they popped up at, which was kind of neat.
And poop.
There wasn't a whole lot in there. It wasn't those kind of tunnels. It wasn't sewage tunnels. Okay. These were just runoff tunnels. So like the water that drains from the street that goes down, that's what it was. And they specifically say no dumping on top of the grates. So there better not have been any poo in there. And Hilly and Dread has stopped in saying hey to everybody. What's going on, Hilly and Dread? Glad to have you here.
No.
And Carol saying, but Carol thought it lived in there. Yeah. She may, because Carol's actually 5 years older than I am. So I'm pretty sure she was aware by the time we were exploring those tunnels that there were we had turtles in those tunnels, but they were not Ninja Turtles. I'll put it that way.
Oh.
You would get some freshwater turtles that would end up in those tunnels.
Did you keep them?
No, Daddy never did. Not those. Daddy had some box turtles, but he never had any of the. I did not have at that time any aquatic turtles. Daddy didn't.
I have aquatic turtles.
You do. That's right.
Well,
you have one, right? That's okay. Not all of them survive.
Mine died.
It's unfortunate. Sometimes they get sick and then they end up passing away.
R.I.P. Michelangelo.
So, Master Versal saying, I don't know what you have been doing, but I still have all of my teeth. Ain't a good old age of 1,002 years. Hey, you know what? That is pretty good. Glad that you have all your teeth, Eldor. And let's see here. Check the Ohio sewers. Oh, no. What do you guys have lurking in the Ohio sewers? I kind of want to know now. Is it Ninja Turtles? That would be cool. I always thought they were from New York, though, because it was like the Big Apple. But did you pass Daddy his coffee?
You should not go running on into the Ohio sewers because you might.
You really shouldn't go running into any sewers.
Especially Ohio sewers, or you might not come back.
What do you know about the Ohio sewers? Have you been there? Have you seen things? Apparently, Connor's just traversing up to Ohio whenever he feels like it and checking out their surfing. He's doing urban spelunking in the sewer tunnels of Ohio in his spare time when he's not at school.
Actually, I've seen some very creepy things, like the back rooms. Oh, scary.
He found the back rooms in the Ohio sewers. Ohio has the toxic waste and goo. Ah, I see. Well, again, like we have specific sewage pumping.
Yeah, actually, I almost turned into a mutant.
And then oh no. He almost turned into that mutant spider he was dreaming about. But then we've got tunnels for runoff and drainage of the neighborhoods and everything. Because, where Baltimore is and on the Chesapeake, it's very marshy, very swampy. And we need a lot of drainage for water to run off.
Yeah, and also in the sewers, I've seen lots of ghosts. Loads.
He's seen lots of ghosts.
Loads.
Ghosts?
Yeah, loads.
Like, whoa, Connor, I don't know if I can take that, dude.
There's about 1,200, I think.
Specifically 1,200 ghosts in the sewers.
Or was it 2,300?
2,300 ghosts specifically in the sewers. No more, no less.
No, actually, it was 3,400.
So the legends say that New York has gators in the sewers. Leatherhead, right? From the Ninja Turtles?
Wait, let me just go to New York real quick.
Ow. Excuse me. What did I say?
Okay, I'm back.
So apparently New York's just on the other side of the room here, guys.
I'm back, and I almost got eaten. Right. I took care of that problem.
So SJ mentioning that was a really good Shaggy voice. Well, thank you. I'm no Casey Kasem, though. I mean, let's face it. Matthew Lillard.
I took care of the alligator problem.
Apparently, the alligators have been taken care of, so saith the Conner-mon. And he's the boss. So,
I'm the boss.
Hillian Dread says, changing diet so drastically because of acid reflux is hard, but I'm hanging in there. That's good, man. I did see you post earlier about the acid reflux, and that's tough. I mean, changing your diet's always tough, no matter what. And Payne's Toy Samples mentioning it will get better, Hillian. Absolutely. All right, guys. Well, Connor and I have been going on for
Guys, I'm being taken.
He's apparently being taken, and by
To the
taken
back
he
room.
means sliding under my desk.
No, I'm getting taken.
I'm pretty sure it's just the back of my desk.
Yes.
And I guess we're wrapping the show here because Connor has disappeared, folks. So, all right, everybody. Yeah, we're going to be wrapping it up, but you'll see me again later tonight, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 6 p.m. Pacific. We are going to have a bit of an after party for the return of Toy Habits. There's no Connor anymore. He's disappeared. No Connor.
Please.
Well, come on up and say goodbye to everybody because we're going to be signing off here in a second. Casey
Goodbye.
Kasem used to be on my local radio. That is awesome. Casey Kasem was one of the greatest. And Vintage Motu Bobby saying this was awesome, guys. And let's see here. Nolan saying it was a great show, Oz and Connor. And Master Russell saying yes, a good wee show there, sirs.
Please.
Until next
Please
time,
help.
good journey,
Please.
all.
Please.
And again, this was great, guys. Connor, please stand up and say goodbye to everybody. It's kind of being rude. And we've got here, have a great day. See you later with the Toy Habits. That's right.
I'm
Toy
back.
Habits.
I took care of the problem again.
He took care of the problem again because he takes care of things. He's a guy that get things done. He takes care of things. But yeah, we will be back later tonight for the after party for the relaunch of Toy Habits. It's going to be a lot of fun. Great show, guys. You are an entertaining duo. We try, honestly. This is the star right here. I show up because I have the laptop. That's really what it is.
Hello.
Connor's the real star. Take care, Oz and Connor. Was awesome. What a scene. Absolutely, Ray. Thank you for being here, and we will catch you a little bit later, and I hope you start feeling a lot better. And see you later, Hillian. Good to see you, bro. And
Goodbye.
Duchess in with Connor. You're the best. I got to agree. Connor is the absolute best.
Goodbye, everybody.
All right. Payne saying, oh boy, have fun all. All right.
Guys, I'm being taken
And,
again.
oh, a party sounds good indeed, sir.
Guys, I'm being taken again.
See you Wednesday, Duchess. Absolutely. You know, we'll all be on Duchess's Wicked Wednesday. All right, everybody. Take care. And
Goodbye.
we will see you all later.
Dog.
Bye.
Dog.